पाइथन में regex यूज़ करने के लिए हमें इंपोर्ट करना होता है regex मॉड्यूल। कंपाइल यूज़ होता है पैटर्न स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए। मैच यूज़ होता है टू मैच द पैटर्न इनसाइड अ स्ट्रिंग, द टारगेट स्ट्रिंग। सर्च यूज़ होता है सेम पर्पस के लिए, बट मैच और सर्च में डिफरेंस ये है कि मैच लुक्स द फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस and search can look anywhere in the string and then find the string. You can also specify position, validate whether it starts from this particular position or not. You can also specify end position to validate whether it ends at this particular position. Now let's run these statements. So that's the pattern object. Now when I do match, it returns the match wherever it found. The span tells you 0 to 5 is the starting and ending position. Match with position 4 parameter. It says yes, it started from 4 to 9. Ending position 4 is none, just to validate that it did not end with the position 4. Now this statement is used to validate that the match ended at position 4 is none, which means the result was none because it did not end with position 4. Is none is to compare and the return is true. Pattern.match in this string will return none because the hello text did not start from here, it starts from here. So instead we should be using search. If I run search, it will return that it started from this position to this position, which is 4 to 9. Even in here it will return 4 to 9 because it still looks the first instance but searches anywhere in the text. Now to find all the instances, we'll use find all. That's the return value. We can use the find iter, find all the values, iterate through them using a for loop like this. So it says the first one started from 4 to 9 and the next one started from 10 to 15. Now let's say in this example, the return value using search did not yield any result because dollar means end of input string. So if this is end of input string, then there should be nothing after this. So the result is none. But if I use the escape character /$4, it will return me a response that it started from this position to this position. Now let's look at the classes, trying to find these two words, license and license, with C and S. So what I've done is I've copied LICEN as the static literals, and then in the set I'm specifying either it can be C or S and ends with E. So when I run this and try to find all, it will return these two, license with C and S. Now in this next example, I'm specifying a pattern which is supposed to check 4 digits, and each of the digits will be from 1 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9 and 0 to 9. So these are all the years which were found in this string. Now let's take another example where I'm trying to find all the letters which are not vowels. So when I say find all, it will return all these letters which are not A, E, I, O, U, right? They are not vowels. Now the next one is to compile and find all the numbers like this. So this is another way of specifying the number. So 1 to 9 and then /t/t/t, which means 3 consecutive numbers. When I compile this and run and find all, it will return me the same data which was found here. Now let's try to find all the non-alphanumeric and non-white space characters. That can be done like this. So I'm saying that in a set, do not find whichever is a word ending with a space, except these, find everything. So all the words were discarded, all the spaces were discarded, only the comma, dot and this remained in the result. Okay, let's look at the backslash. We'll import RE, and then I've specified a list of folders as a string. These are all the window path with /n. Now I'll compile and try to find this in the string. When I do this and try to search, it will return none. Why? Because we did not specify the escape characters. We have to specify the escape characters, plus we have to also take care of that slash w also has a meaning, slash s also has a meaning. Even we have specified this, we have to add 2 slashes, or the best way is to use r to denote a raw string and then specify this. Now when I run this compile and search, it will return me wherever it was found. Now instead of these slashes and specifying it as a raw string, we can also do like this. When I run this statement, it will automatically convert into this. So either we could send this string in compile here and then search, it will return a value. The other way is to use escape, and then if I search, it will return me wherever it was found. So this result and this result is same. Now let's look at the alterations. We'll simply import the module, and I have specified a text string with these: what is the day today, who is coming today, and where is he going. Now here I've specified a pattern which will search what or who along with is. So when I run this statement, it will tell me that what was found in the string and who is was also found. So I'm saying that if you compile this pattern against this string, if you find all, then return the matches. Now the next one is like this. I've done a grouping here. This is a group where I'm saying that inside a group, try to search what or who along with is. So it means that it will find what or who. Instead, in the previous statement, it was searching for what or who is. Now when I run this example, the third one, where it is checking for what or who along with are. So there is no word with what are or who are. So it is what is and who is in the actual string. So that is why the result is none. So let's look at the quantifiers now. I'm importing the module, and this is sample text where I'm saying I have two sons. One son is 1 year old, the other son is 2 year old. So if you notice in this string, sons, son and son, these are the words which have appeared. I'll try to use the compile method and specify a pattern sons. After this last s, I have specified a question mark for the quantifier option, and then when I run this and use a find all, yeah, so this is the result of the find all, which returns me that son along with s was found, and son wherever it was not ending with s was also found, and this is the result. Now this is another example where I'm specifying txt as file1.text, file_1, file.txt, and all these variations. Now I'm specifying a pattern using compile, where I'm saying that there is a word file which is followed by another word or a dash, and these can be any, and then it ends with the .txt. So before dot I've put a slash, which means dot is not a character, but it should be the actual dot, and then txt. So when I run this and run the compile and try to find all, it will return me all of these values. So file1.txt was found, file_1 was also found, file.txt was also found, because I'm saying that this and this can be 0 to any, and then file-1, so dash is also there, so which means either a word or a dash, and then the dash, because of the star, it means it can be any. So these are the results. Now in this example, if I try to find using the compile that it should be a file, it should have a text file ending with a number, any number, and when I run, it will return me file1.txt. So this is the result of this execution. Now let us look at the same example where I want to find that in this string, find the digits which are exactly 4, which means these 3 will be returned, number 3 will not be returned. So when I run this and do a find all, so when I run this and do a find all, it will return me these digits. Now let's see another example where I'm specifying txt with these values, and I want to find the digits which are at least 4 and can be of any other length. So when I run this and run the compile and find all, it will return me these. So 432 and 54 will not be returned because these are less than 4. Now in this example where I have this phone number variations, I want to find the phone numbers which are starting with 3 with an with a hash and or a space, and then I'm saying that now in this example I've specified the phone number variations. If you notice the variations, it has got 3 digits hash, 3 digits hash, and 4 digits, and instead of hash I've specified the spaces, and in this example I've removed the spaces as well. So what I'm saying is compile a pattern with digits at least 3, then there can be a hash, a hyphen or a space, and question mark means it may not exist also, which will confirm this pattern. And then the next set of digits will be again 3, then hyphen and a space, again they may not exist, and then another digit ending with 4 in length. When I run this and do a find all, it will return me these numbers. So if I add another variation and then run it, it will not return me this because it does not conform to the pattern. So neither it has space nor it has the hyphens. So now let's look at the greedy and non-greedy searches. So we'll just simply import the module, specify a text which has the HTML code like this. Now in this pattern what I'm doing is I'm trying to find everything within these bounding brackets. So this is the starting and this is the ending. So everything within these will be printed. So when I run this, it will print me everything which is within the bounding brackets. Now in this new compile pattern, what I'm saying is that in the bounding brackets, find if there is a word and only then print. So when I run this, it will print all those words which have bounding bracket, which means it is non-greedy. It will not print me everything which is within the bounding brackets, but it will say that find only the ones which have bounding brackets. Now title did not have any bounding brackets, so it was not printed. So now let's look at the example of boundary. We'll import the regex module. I've specified a paragraph as a text which was taken from a Shakespeare book, and I'm compiling a pattern which says that find the words and, the word or, the word the, and either of these can be found. So this I'm specifying as a group, and I'm specifying /b for boundary, but I've added another slash here in front of /b because /b in Python is also used for backspace, so we need to use /b. So when I run this compile pattern, it will return all the and or the which were found, but they were having boundary, they were not joined like this. So during the will never be found, but if it is during space the, it will be found because it has a boundary. So it is not joined with any other word. Now when I run this pattern, it will return me all the words, all the characters in this paragraph which were not ending with a dot. So this was returned and this was returned. These two statements were ending with a dot, so they were not returned. So this root symbol, which means when this is not found as the ending of the string of a multi-line or a doc, so that is why these two statements were returned. So now let's see how the splitting works with the regex, and here I've specified a text which has these 4 sentences, These are all multi-line statements. Now I'll specify this into txt. Now here I'm specifying a pattern with the /n, and then I'm trying to split this string using this pattern with maximum splits as 2. So it will break the string into 2. So this is first part, this is second part, and these two will become the part of the remaining split. So this is first split, it was split here, and the second part split here, and the remaining will be put here. Now let's see how these substitutions work in regex. We'll import the module, and I've specified a text which has got a number and a word, comma number and a word, like this. And then I will specify a compile pattern where I'm just checking for all the numbers. And then there is a function called sub, which will substitute this value for all the patterns that were found in the source string. So when I run this, it will substitute all the numbers with hyphen. Now there's another function called subn, which will substitute and display the number of substitutions made. So when I run this, it will say that this was changed, this was changed, and this was changed. Now the fourth one was not changed because it did not have any number, so there was no substitution done there. So only 3 were done, 1, 2 and 3. Now let's see how the groupings work in regex. So we'll import the module again here. Now this is the date which I've specified in the text. I'm compiling a pattern where I'm saying that 2 digits / 2 digits / 4 digits should be the pattern. So I've done that. And then I'm saying that in the pattern match this text. When I run this, it will return me the matches that were found. Now groups can be accessed using group, and 0 is the entire regex pattern that was found. So this is the default return. When I run this, it will say that in group 0 this is what was found, that's what you supplied, and it matched exactly the pattern that you have given. Group 1 is the first group that got a match. In the brackets we have specified these groups, so there are 3 groups here, 1, 2 and 3rd. When I say group 1, it will return 0, 2, that was the group part of group 1. Now when I run group 2, it will return me 10, that is the second part. And when I run 3, it will return me the third part of the group. Now I can also say that if I want to return these into 3 different variables, I can do it like this: day, month, year, match.groups. Here I was using group and the specific number of the group. Here I'm saying that in the match, return me all the groups and put them into these variables. So 3 groups, 3 variables. So when I run this and print the variables, it will return me the values of these variables. Now there's another compile pattern like this, where I'm saying that do a compile using this pattern. So this is a group to find the digits. So in this search string where I'm saying 11 space 12 space 13 space 14, so this is the string. Inside this string, if I run this and find all the matches, it will return me 11, 12, 13, 14 which were found. If I change this to ASDF and I run this, it will only return me 11, 12, 13, 14 which were found. Anything between this will also be ignored. I can run this again and it will still return me this. If I remove this value and run this, it will return me 11, 12, 13. Right, now let's look at another example where I have compile. I'm specifying that this is the start and end of the string, inside which there will be 1 group, 2 group and the 3rd group. Against this string, which is an email, so john@example.com. So this is first part, second part and third part separated by @ and a dot. Now regex .x is actually the verbose mode. Now I'm saying that in the pattern search, using this pattern search inside the string, get a match. If there is a match, then print all of these. So when I run this statement, it will return me all the groups that were matched. Group 0 is the first one, which is the default. Group 1 is John. Group 2 is example. So these are the two groups. Group third I have not printed, so it will not be printed. Then I'm saying that loop through all the groups. So all the groups were this, this and this. So the user, left part of the domain, and the right part of the domain, this one. Okay, now let's see how the back referencing works in Python. I will import the module, and this is the text where I've specified these repeating words, refer, 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 and then in the next line I've specified you can win vouchers. Third line is grab and grab. So this is a multi-line example. I'll execute this, and then in the compile pattern what I'm doing is I'm specifying that create a group of the words followed by a space, and when they are repeating, only print the first item. Now when I run this and do a find all based on the pattern, it will return me only the words which were repeating, and out of those the first instance of those repeating words. So refer, refer, refer was appearing thrice, and it was only printed once as the first item, and grab and grab appeared twice, and the first item was printed here. Let us look another example where I have a date 10/10/2020. Now I will compile with this pattern where I'm saying digits, 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 2 digits, 2 digits, and 4 digits. Then I'm trying to reformat. I'm saying that out of the first, second, and third group, substitute using this pattern and print the third, second, and first. Basically it's a reverse order. When I run this and print, it will format me the date in a reverse order. Now let us see how the named group works in Python. We'll import the module. I've specified a text which has these two words. I'll execute this, and I have specified a compile pattern where I'm saying that there should be two groups. Okay, each of them is a word. In between there is a space, and then when you find the word, create a parameter fname for that. When you find the second word in the second group, create a parameter called lname. Now when I run this statement against the text and print out the first name and the last name like that. So I can say in the match dot group, instead of the numbers I can say fname and lname that I wanted to print. Now I can also swap the first name and last name using the sub method. So when I run this, I'll get Rampage QA in the reverse order. Initially it was QA Rampage. So lname and fname are printed in the reverse order like that. Now I can also search for the duplicate words in this string where I'm saying Ram G. Now I can create a pattern where I'm saying that there is one group which is a word. If this is found, then create a parameter called fname, then there is a space, and after that validate if the same parameter is appearing again. So when I run this statement and do a find all, it will only print the first parameter once. Now let's see how the non-capturing group works in Python. We'll import the module, and this is a multi-line which I've specified as in the variable txt. So these are two sentences. There was a cat and there was a dog also. These are two sentences in the txt variable. Now I've specified a compile pattern where I'm saying there was a space, and then in the group I've specified cat or dog. So this is what I want to find. So when I run this find all, it will return me cat and dogs. These are the results of the matching groups. So basically what it did was it just matched the groups and returned whether it was there in the pattern, and it returned me the pattern result. Now when I do a find iter on this, it will return me the default match, which is group 0 and the first group data. So when I run this statement, it will return me that in these two statements, the default match where there was a cat, this was found here. So that's the default match, and this is the first group. Now there was a dog, this is the second match, and dog is the next group value. So all of these were printed. But this is not the right way of doing the non-capturing. So this is just a old way of doing it. Now to create a non-capturing group, we'll be using question mark colon inside that group along with the values. It will only return me the statements that were matching the compile pattern. Now when I run this and do a find all, it will return me all the statements that were matching the compile pattern. It will not return me the extra matching groups. Now when I do a find iter on this, it will only return me the groups that were matching. So there was a cat and there was a dog. It will not return me anything extra. So this statement does not exist anymore. So now let's see how the look ahead works in Python. We'll simply import the module. Now here is an example. In the txt I've specified I like bikes, comma cars, comma cycles. Now this is the text which I've specified against which I'll be compiling the pattern. Now in this compile pattern, what I've done is I have specified that look for the words which are followed by comma or a dot, but extract those words by looking first these things, which means first it has to validate that these should exist along with a word, only then that word will be extracted, otherwise it will be ignored. Now when I run this compile pattern and do a find all, it will return me bike, cars and cycles, because all of these words have a comma or a dot. So only these words will be printed. So I and like will not be printed. So this is positive look ahead. Now for the negative look ahead, we'll say we'll just simply change the question mark equal to with a question mark exclamation. Now in this negative look ahead, I have specified a string which is like cycles, love cars and hate bikes. Now in this pattern, I'm saying that extract all those words by looking ahead first that it does not have a cycle comma. So which means wherever it is cycles comma will be discarded. So the words before that will be discarded and the other words will be printed. Now when I run this, it will print me love and hate. So love has cars and hate has bikes. It does not have cycles. So like cycles will be discarded. Now let's see how the look behind works in regex. Now look behind simply means that look behind before extracting the word. Now in this example, what I've done is I've specified a text which has these words, love regex or hate manual, can't ignore learning. Now in this compile pattern, what I'm saying is there is a space followed by a word. Now before you extract this, you have to check that before this word and a space there should be love or hate, only then extract the word. Now look behind is used like this, question mark, angle bracket equal to, and the values that I want to look behind before extracting the word. Now when I run this, it will say regex and manual. So because these words were extracted, but they were only extracted when before this word there was a love or hate mentioned along with. This was not printed because it does not conform to the pattern. Now there is a negative look behind also, which means that before you extract the word, look behind that it does not match the expected pattern. Now here is the example text which I'm using, and this is the compile pattern. So the only difference is question mark, angle bracket, and there's an exclamation. So in this compile pattern, what I'm saying is before the digits, wherever there is no dollar symbol. Now when I compile and find all and try to print all the matches, it will return me 3 and 5. So 3 and 5 are the two numbers which do not have a dollar symbol before them. and these two numbers will not be printed, because although these are numbers, they are confirming to half of the pattern, but the negative look behind says that find those numbers which do not have a dollar.